Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like
different song this
different
week.
one. If you like a lot of wrestling on YouTube, go all in.
Oh,
Yay.
I was wondering how long you'd take to mention it. Are you excited for going all in?
Oh, I wasn't going to mention it. Excited, bewildered, confused.
Walk us through the, what are you going to be doing?
It'll be a really good time. Had by all. I don't know yet.
You don't know?
No, they've said that there's going to be an hour-long Botchamania video, which I'm like, I guess I'll have to make that now. But Ron Funches, Ron, I have been on Conan O'Brien and have a Wikipedia page, Funches.
He is famous for a wrestling fan.
Yeah, Matt Mitchell, who I'm unaware of, but I'm sure he's very good or they wouldn't have booked him. And, what's the other guy? I forget. Oh, yeah, Tony Schiavone.
In the same thing as you?
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm sure all through those people that have no idea who I am. So I'd be like...
I reckon Funches might. He's a comedian.
Funches did an intro for me.
Well, then he will know who
which
you
is
are.
weird. Yeah, but I'd be like, okay, we get the handshake and be like, with wrestlers. But they're huge. Well, Casio might be, I'm unsure. But like they're huge and I'm going to show up and be like, all right, guys.
Yeah, but the fans will, you'll be the people's...
Who likes wrestling?
You'll be the people's champion there. Everyone,
Well...
all those Americans.
If the freaks...
Woo! Botchamania!
You suck on Cultaholic! Speaking of which, this is not the Maffew show, as you two commenters.
No, this is the Maffew show.
No, Ross.
What do you have for breakfast, Maffew?
You are contributing things, Ross, damn it.
What are you having for lunch, Maffew?
Whatever I like. Chicago pizza. Oh, no, actually, no.
Deep
crap.
dish. Apparently they are.
No, the microwavable pizzas from Chicago Town.
Chicago Town.
Yeah. Are there other brands of Chicago style
I thought you were
pizzas?
talking about Chicago style pizza from actual Chicago.
Style, right.
Like, which is a lasagna. No, it's not. It's
No,
like
it's New York ones that do that, isn't it? I've
like
seen the pictures that are...
The Chicago ones are like this thick. It's ridiculous. It's a weird contraption.
That's a pie.
Let us know how it is.
Not a pizza.
I will. I need to.
Yeah,
Because it just looks like a huge quiche.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not lasagna.
Quiche.
But I'm sure if you went that, they'd be like, hey! Like,
Favourite for all the moms, isn't it? Quiche Lorraine.
Yeah.
quiche is Lorraine.
All the moms.
Bom,
All
bom,
the moms
bom,
like
bom.
it.
Hoisin crispy. No, let's not. No, because only
Please,
a few people will watch that and be like, oh! But no.
Saturday is treat day. And yes, we're joined as always by Ross.
Hello, Maffew from All In.
Thank you, Ross, from the guy who apparently dresses as a town crier, according to some fans.
Yeah, some guy was in the front row of SmackDown this week, dressed as a town crier, but kept tweeting me saying, I'm representing you here today.
Oh. You
King,
are,
I'm
Ross.
also nuts. Hello. Yeah.
You are like a modern day town crier. That's your thing. That's your job.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
If you say so.
Mm-hmm.
Hear ye. New video on Cultaholic. And a fabulous Jack.
Fluffy ruffs. Can you think of another one? Come on, bring it back.
Oh, wait. During dinner mints.
Yeah, very good one.
Yes.
Very good one.
With a nice hat looking like the kid from Gravity Falls. It's a good look for you,
I don't get it, but thank you.
Oh, wait. And in the news this week.
Well, All In. I mean, that's the big one, isn't
yeah,
it? It's
right.
sold out in half an hour, less than.
Yes.
Wow.
And that was before I was mentioned.
Oh my
God's sake.
It is Starcast on, but that's just the thing that's happening.
Yes.
Piggybacking off this.
Wow, even if it's a rubbish show. Even if that's what
Jack predicts the show will be rubbish.
No, I didn't. But on Being the Elite, Cody goes, "Wow, half an hour. Now the show can't suck." It's
Right.
like
So
it's they've hit their target, haven't they?
yeah, it's amazing to see. With the power of social media, they've got Being the Elite on YouTube, the New Japan and Ring of Honor links, and probably some other companies as well. But mostly them, they'll be able to have all this build, all this hype, all this branding themselves.
They know how to do marketing.
They're
don't
very
they?
clever at marketing.
Yes, they do.
I mean,
Oh, God. Ah!
I mean, Cody.
you were wearing that to start the show. Where'd that come on?
I mean, Cody was always gonna when he left WWE, we got a sense of his marketing ability with the list. Remember the list that he did?
That's right.
Yes. And the Bucks have always been like big smarky favourites on Twitter for being funny lads.
They are great.
So it all makes sense, but I didn't expect it to be this emphatic a win.
Right.
Take that, Dave. He's been invited along.
He's lost $1.
Take that, Dave. You coming?
Yeah.
Dave lost $1.
Did he? Was it $1 bet?
I think so.
How charming. I like that. Anyway.
Yes, he did.
There was only one match announced so far at the time of recording. Cody versus Nick Aldis for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. And
What are you looking down at the floor like that, man?
I am very excited for this match.
well, it's going to be Cody's big coronation. He's going to win his dad's belt, isn't he? It's going to be that.
Yes.
You know.
Hopefully in 3 seconds.
Hey. I'm surprised. I thought
my integrity.
No,
I
man,
can't be
it's
like
gonna
Meltzer
good. It's
and
gonna
just
be
show
A
up.
throwback is going to be methodical. There's going to be all sorts of textbook holds.
I agree with what Ross is saying.
I'm just trying to paint a nice picture for everybody. I can't believe it's been announced. It's a shocker. But, you know, that is the reason why they're doing it, isn't it?
I mean, they've got enough big names to make other huge matches. So that one would probably... I mean, fair enough.
Halfway through the show,
I mean, in fairness, if anybody
cigar
can...
break,
Yes.
watching Nick Aldis.
Absolutely. Could go get some T-shirts sometime, right? But, I mean, in fairness, though, jokes aside, trying to keep myself on this panel, if anybody can bring back the NWA title like they want to, because to some people it means a lot, to other people they go, oof, hanging on a bit here, aren't you, pal? I mean, if anybody could do it, it's going to be Cody Rhodes and the Elite dudes.
Or Joe Hendry, yeah.
Joe Hendry.
Joe
Yeah,
Hendry's
he'd be a
lifelong
fantastic
dream.
NWA champion.
Really?
When
Yes.
Tim Storm had it.
Joe Hendry wanted that belt.
I would say Joe Hendry is the UK equivalent of Scottish, whatever. I'm sure what he'd call himself as, of guys like Cody Rhodes. And
I thought you were
whatever.
going to say the equivalent of Tim Storm, and I was going to be like, whoa.
I think we can hear the footsteps and running through.
Let me get one thing straight. Maffew from Butcher Mania. Anyway.
I am better. You're the one who does the good.
Saw
Joe
Hendry
impression.
yesterday in his Team
Yes.
Scotland gear. Very proud. Fair play to him.
Nice.
But yes, sorry, you're right.
But
If
yeah, it is
anyone
the
can bring
era-
back the belt,
Yeah, it's the era of self-publicist. So who else? Who knows what else we'll see? Maybe Neville will decide to. No, wait. What am I talking about? It's one show so far.
yeah.
There's going to be an all-in too. I saw someone
Hope so.
predicting that CM Punk, his role will be cutting a promo to announce a match for All-In 2. I don't know who that was.
If
I've already
Punk,
got the money,
That's
so
a,
yeah.
a mouth
That's a good.
watering-
That's a good.
yeah, it's a
idea.
teaser, isn't it?
if Punk's that bare, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I hope they do the Funk in a Box thing from ECW, where it's like, take it off. Who is it? Oh, it's the Swamp Monster, or something from the Gentleman's Club. They'll be like, all right, they'll go backstage. You'll be like, oh, Swamp Monster, if you got your shirt, come back here, and they'll take it off. When he comes back in, then it's CM Punk.
Oh. No, I hope they don't do that. No, that sounds rubbish.
Oh, the tease.
Oh, right, I thought, okay.
The idea wasn't the Swamp Monster getting put out. It's the idea that they go, it was somebody else, and they come back, goes, oh no, come back out, and then they take it off, and it's actually CM Punk.
I'd just enjoy a straight reveal, I think. Just a normal CM Punk.
I've said what I think.
I hope he does what Shane Douglas did at Raw a few years ago. We watched it the other day.
no.
Yeah. Shane Douglas
Yeah.
wearing a franchise T-shirt, but he wore a lucha mask and took it off and went, "Wah!" Turned around and looked at the bleachers. Wah! Everyone sat on their hands. It's fantastic. He just
Shane-
walked off.
Was he expecting all these little kids to go, Shane Douglas stuff?
Former NWA World Champion Shane Douglas.
Papa, tell us more of Shane Douglas.
There's a guy, can you drink it? Shane Douglas. The wrestlers stop wrestling, go, oh my god.
So sad. Just in the middle of a match on Raw, and you see him on the hard cam in the background.
Yeah.
Whoop.
And then he
Nothing.
filmed himself getting politely escorted by security guards going, we're taking over. And it's like, come on, pal. Yes, I think that's exactly how.
CM Punk should do that.
And what are the news apart from All In and me getting some new Twitter followers happening?
So the
Egotistical bastard.
They're right. They're all right.
there's been some updates on Money in the Bank, and because we don't have a pay-per-view to cover this week, I think I'll
Yeah,
talk
how
about
crazy
some
is
updates.
that?
Yeah, no. I
5
need to
whole
talk about
weeks.
some updates about Money in the Bank. Firstly, Asuka is challenging Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Woo. And what I thought would be quite interesting.
It's like you woo.
I think Becky's going to cash in on Asuka.
Carmella's the favourite there, isn't she? By
Really?
logic.
Yes.
Charlotte beat Asuka.
Oh.
Carmella beat Charlotte.
Yep.
Carmella's the strongest woman in
Carmella's
WWE.
the best woman.
Yep.
Um,
Numbers don't lie.
Ronda is facing Nia Jax. That's come about quite quickly.
She made a live event debut yesterday, maybe, or 2 days
it in a
ago,
tag
as we
match?
get published. Yeah, she came in and did some flippy doos and
We keep knocking arms,
I
don't
don't
we?
know,
What's
just
going
two
on here?
henchmen, two henchmen too big for this table.
And I just think that's too early. I think it's a bit weird for Ronda.
I don't mind the matchup. What I mind is how it was announced.
Yeah,
sure we'll get to this on Raw.
What was
So
Charlotte
we'll
do?
see.
Anyway, yeah,
Whatever.
and also finally, Nakamura beat Styles on SmackDown, which we'll talk about in more detail, which means that he gets to pick the stipulation for Money in the Bank. That hasn't been announced yet at the time of recording, but there was a poll on WWE.com, and last man standing was winning. How are they going to work ball shots into that?
Well, they do that and then
Just kick them in the balls, though.
have to first person who gets up wins.
Right,
Literally
yeah.
Rochambeau now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I've got for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
That could be some FMW no rope barbed wire exploding pig match.
If he picks
Damn
that.
it. Next year.
So, yeah.
Cool. I thought we could bring up some news about, Enzo Amore.
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about that as well. Bloody hell.
I mean, Money in the Bank, I know it was like 6 weeks away, but
Yeah. I mean,
it's closed. So
case is closed.
What more can you say?
Don Callis has said never say never, might sign him, but I think he was just trying to give an answer that wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
right, yeah, it's trying to play
Because
ball.
I think
Big Black Sabbath fan.
Impact moving in this new, better direction might not want a wrestler as not very good as Enzo knocking about. Maybe they will, I don't know.
Get him in as a manager.
Yeah, they're very stickler for talent when it comes to TNA. Didn't they have... we were just talking about them before. What were the French names? The French tag team from NXT?
God, from NXT, the one that did the bald angle.
Jean-Paul and... No.
Just name it French.
can't
That's
remember
what I
the
did.
name.
Sylvester Lefort.
Yes, Sylvester
And
Lefort.
the other
I
guy.
thought you meant the two jobbers. Jean-Paul and Francois.
Oh, no, it was
No,
3.0.
That was 3.0.
12.0.
You'd love 3.0 if you knew more about Chikara.
I don't know much about
Right.
Chikara.
2.0 were a tag team who went away and then came back disguised as themselves in biker jackets and sunglasses called the Bad Boys.
Yes,
And then
that's exactly what happened.
I'm
loving this, by
in
the
a
way.
promo afterwards revealed like shockingly what they'd done, and they took the glasses off and the crowd all went oh
Shane Douglas!
and then rebranded themselves as 3.0.
It sounds like a...
They're really good.
And they played the METs, or security, not security,
EMTs.
MET.
METs.
What's an MET?
The Mets.
Anyway, never messed up on the show.
Where did they
obviously.
play the EMT?
For the Hell in a Cell match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte.
Oh, really?
They're the people that end up putting her hair in the neck thing. Just... So I was like, I wouldn't have noticed it was them until they started messing it up. I'm like, oh, it's 3.0. Doing a horrible job.
Don't know, we got sidetracked there. It's my fault.
Speaking
What's on
about
my show,
Sylvester Lefort,
Go on.
you did. You brought them up. I don't know why.
Because they signed, Impact signed them. So I'm like, if they could sign them, they could certainly sign Enzo.
Because they are rubbish, that's what you say.
Because they were rubbish.
This was an Impact from a bygone era. This is new Impact.
It's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's new. It's redemption. Come on.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Redemption would never sign Le Fort,
The UK...
which is French for the fort.
We need to talk about the UK tournament.
Wait a
as
minute,
well.
I need to do my
of
Twitter thing
course.
before that. Well, it's when the charges are dropped and WWE says
Wow.
sawed off. That's boring.
Oh. UK tournament, Ross?
The UK tournament.
8 names have
names
been
have been
announced.
Ooh, let's get them names up.
I can remember them.
Go ahead.
Oh, God. Ligero.
Hey,
Joseph Connors,
hey.
who said I had a depressing body, which I revealed last week on the podcast. I'm stalling. Joe Coffey, the Iron King, man.
Yay.
Oh,
Iron
Pachini's
King,
in.
man. I love Chidi. Oh, he's in it.
No, yeah, he's in it.
AJ
AJ
Hazard.
Hazard, the best ever in the world, is in the tournament. So we've got Liggs, Connors, Coffey.
Ooh, legs.
I'm sure fans also refer to him as Liggs. I know he said his real name there. Just
Stop. No. You're stalling.
Liggs, Connors, Coffey, Jack Gallagher, who of course is a regular 205 Live. Connors was in it last year as well. I'm losing. James Drake, is he one of them? No. Damn it. Oh,
Dave Mastiff.
the bastard, Dave Mastiff.
That's his name. We can say it.
Yeah, we can say
The
it.
bastard.
The bastard, Dave Mastiff. 3 more. Christ, I thought I could remember this.
Do I help him out?
No,
I can't remember myself.
Oh.
it's all right. It's all right. Amir Jordan,
Yeah.
your nan's favourite
Jordan.
wrestler.
My fave. My brothy.
And 2 more. Who are the other 2?
That's all I got. You sure there's 8?
I thought you had a
there's
list.
eight,
That's all been
definitely.
announced. Yeah. Gibson
Zach Gibson, Liverpool's
Christ.
number 1.
and Kenny Williams.
Oh, the bollocks and the bastard.
The bollocks,
We
the
could have that
bastard.
in
What a
round
great
one.
tournament this is going to be.
Imagine
Silence. Just silence.
The new
Jojo.
tag team.
the bastard.
The bollocking bastards, Williams and Mastiff.
Hey, it'd be a decent tag team then.
Yeah,
You could
large,
chuck
cannonball.
them around. Yeah.
Are you hyped? Are you going?
I don't know if I'm going or not, but I'm a bit hyped. I'm a little bit hyped. I don't know who's going to win, whether it'll be one of these or one of the 8 yet to be revealed.
I think it's going to be like a reincarnation of 5-star wrestling. The Zach Gibson show.
Oh, right.
I thought you meant like
Jake Hagan
Jack
comes
Swagger.
back as well.
Why has he not got t-shirts of that on you?
Don't know. He's an idiot. He's a massive idiot.
English Lion, Eddie Ryan,
Oh,
out.
my
He might be
God.
one of the next 8 names announced.
No. And look,
am-
yesterday he's up to about 520 followers on Twitter.
Well done, Ross.
I searched on,
Oh, Eddie. Well done, Eddie, for your 520
No,
followers.
you helped that.
on Wikipedia.
5 of them are your Gene's alt accounts.
Eddie Ryan has a Wikipedia page. Zach Gibson
does.
not.
What?
What kind of world is he in? I know. He's Liverpool's number 1, soon to be recognised as the world's.
As Wikipedia's.
As Wikipedia's
one.
number 1.
Yeah.
He's fun. I just don't know if his gimmick will translate well if they bring him over in America.
Just being a prick, it translates anywhere.
Yeah.
I guess so. But with his accent, they'll be like,
He speaks slow enough. It's not like he's
yeah.
Phil Thompson. I don't know where that came from.
That was good. Yeah. I made Jordan being on. I'm happy.
Yeah, he's only been wrestling for a few years.
Yeah.
But he's got an infectious babyface charisma, doesn't he? What a guy.
Yes.
Trademark that.
Yeah.
Infectious baby
Hear
face
that every
charisma.
week on Raw.
He's
Write
just
that down,
wacky.
Compton.
He loves to dance, Michael.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
He says he's your nan's favourite wrestler, Michael Colby. Well, that's because naan bread is traditional Indian. It's like, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, thanks, pal.
3-hour drive from London to get some traditional naan bread from the mines of the northeast.
Where there's 3 people in his hometown and a goat that they all collectively play with. Ugh, thank you, Michael Cole. Oh, and just a side note to go ahead, they're definitely improving with the UK knowledge. They did the Melibration on SmackDown.
A beef eater.
Yeah, the guards came out and was like, oh, they got beef eaters and everything, when they were clearly royal guardsmen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, beef eaters are the different one. That's a common misconception, though. A lot of UK people wouldn't know that.
It's all royal
Yeah, they
bollocks
would.
at the end of the day, isn't it?
What,
Still
Kenny
annoyed
Williams?
Still annoyed about not getting that national holiday
Aye, disgusting.
from the royal wedding. Oh, we'll talk about it on Raw again, but Sami Zayn said, don't I look like Prince Harry? Which I thought was funny.
Man, they love talking about the royal wedding.
Yeah.
I haven't heard as much talk about royal wedding anywhere else apart from WWE when they came over for this.
That's right.
It's like, you guys all like this, like? And people are like, I'm vaguely aware of this, yes. That was your reaction. And yeah, so you get some news and anything news.
was the
SmackDown might be moving network is the other
there's
news.
so much news. Yeah, SmackDown might be moving network.
Which has ramifications that I don't really know.
So
Yeah, tell us
you
more,
have to
Jack.
press
Raw-
a different button on the remote.
Raw is
Oh!
Raw is likely to re-sign with the USA Network. Apparently, it might get 3 times the TV money that it was going to originally get. The TV money.
Source WWE.
Yeah, but Mike Johnson of PW Insider speculates that this new income could lead to WWE loosening the belts again, loosening their pocket strings, getting some pyro back in, that sort of thing. Maybe, but I don't know how true that is. Also, SmackDown might be moving to Fox.
Made up, Annie. It's just logic in it. You have more money.
It also means
Yeah, they've got more money, so they're going to spend more. Oh,
it also
you have
means
little faith.
it also means that Raw is almost certainly going to remain at 3 hours long. Whereas if it had moved to Fox, as many
Which
people
is
thought, it would have gone down to
heartbreaking.
2.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
And,
It's just too profitable.
but SmackDown might be moving. Fox are the front runners at the minute, and it would stay 2 hours if it moved.
I wish Raw was on Fox because it was maybe going back to 2 hours so they can still have the 10 o'clock news on Fox, but then 2 hours of Raw before. Imagine how much better life would be with just 2 hours of Raw every week.
When was it 2 hours last? Was it 2010?
2011, wasn't it?
2011?
Raw
Yeah, that's
1000
right.
it changed, didn't it?
Yeah. It's like on Raw Super Shows, I remember now. And for 1 week, it was Raw Super Shows starring Brock Lesnar. I love that.
News!
That was the news.
News.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Yeah!
Cultaholic Hall of
Come
Fame.
on!
Yeah.
Yes!
Get hyped.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
week's nominations were Sweary Chris Jericho from New Japan, Raw theme, no,
That's
2
SmackDown
weeks-
2017.
SmackDown.
And
I can't remember who I even nominated. Who did I nominate?
I hope they won.
Well, it's irrelevant because
Yes.
they didn't win.
Okay, that's all right.
The winner was predictably Sweary Chris Jericho.
Oh crap! Oh,
This is a development.
Thank you. Very nimble, Maffew. Cheers, mate. Thanks for saving that expensive light. Right. Oh, yes, there he is at the bottom. Sweary Chris Jericho. The board's really starting to fill up now.
Why is it peeling?
It's a mess, isn't it? Yeah, we need to do.
Are we too cheap to afford 2 things?
We have
to hold
drawing
the photos
pins now,
on?
though. So next week a draw. So
They're peeling like
when,
that,
when you brought that in the office, Pachitti ordered some drawing pins from China because they cost 17 pence. They
is a
arrived
long time ago.
this week.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you very much for voting for the Sweary Jericho.
Yeah.
We couldn't come
Sweary
to a good pun.
that's his pun.
Yeah.
It's his 44-year-old pun. Is he 40? 47?
Just look a day over 43.
Yes.
So our nominees this week, as the winner last week, you can go first.
Well, since Russo's already in there, I've left him singing on Sky Sports News out.
Oh.
Merking
good
all
was
those
that?
Scousers, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm leaving Wale out because Wale called me one of his top 10 catchy people.
Catchy people.
nice on Twitter.
Catchy something people. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it meant.
It's very nice of
So
him.
thank you very much anyway. But I'm going to go for the crowd who were at Raw on Monday for their chant, their renaming, re-lyricking of 3 lines. He's going bold.
Oh,
he's
Corbin.
going bold. He's going. Corbin's
going bold. He's going
3 hairs on his head.
It's coming.
Scalp
Yeah.
remains still gleaming.
Scalp remains still
32 years of self-shaming. No more need for shampoo.
Was that the channel?
No, I've just made that
Yeah, I
bit,
thought,
yeah.
right.
So,
Yeah.
God, that's an incredibly coordinated crowd. Holy Christ.
But yeah, the Raw crowd for that chant.
Fair
We love
play.
an inventive chant over here, don't we?
Yeah. So, Sheamus and Cesaro. Da, 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 da. That's the only time it gets chanted.
I'm trying to think of one.
Well, you're thinking.
Bailey was the other big one, wasn't it? From
Everyone
recent
loves
years.
Bailey
Yeah.
over here.
Sadly, that's.
Will you be my girl, DJ Otzi? Will you be Batsai?
This is definitely your area of the podcast. Oh, yes, finally. I will say then, in response to that, Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal going through a wall.
Oh, my
A
God.
wall with a crease.
a wall that Jinder Mahal was making sure not to lean on in case he went through it himself. That was a room
It's a
with-
corridor, wasn't it? Yeah.
with no way of getting in apart from that
A black
MDF
curtain.
that they had in front of it and had nothing going inside it, but was definitely a room. Yeah, you'll
I'll-
win anyway, so go on, Jack.
I'll
3
give,
vote away.
Jack Sexsmith for being not only a member of No Way Jose's dance troupe,
Yeah.
but also for being the world's most stern-faced beefeater. Not beefeater, royal guard. He was part of one of the guards in the celebration.
I didn't even see that. Well
Did
done.
you not see TK Cooper's tweet?
No.
He tweeted saying like,
Oh, wait a minute.
"You're about to make your SmackDown Live debut," they said. "It'll be fun," they said. And then just a slow zoom on Sexsmith's very miserable.
Okay.
I'm sure they're friends in real life.
In real life, but not on Twitter.
Not in wrestling, I meant.
Yes.
Because Cooper's a heel, Sexsmith's a baby face. A blue eye. Yeah.
Yes. So those are your 3 choices. Definitely aimed around the UK edition of Raw this week.
Yeah.
If you'd like to vote for the Baron Corbin chant, which had better win, if there's any justice in the world.
Just so we can sing it next week.
Yeah, the Jinder Mahal wall. Couldn't think of anything funny to say. And
Jack Sexsmith, who I've met twice.
the best extra in WWE, apparently.
2 times. Friends with him.
Yes, that's right.
Cool.
So Patreon for those, patreon.com/cultaholic. And you can vote, and there's all sorts of things on there.
So many things.
And we obviously pay so much care and attention that we've only just bought drawing pins from China for the board where you vote.
Yeah, I bet there was 17 pence. It's a bargain you couldn't miss. Pass up, I should say.
Did he get them and open them and be like, what the hell are these? Oh, yeah!
They arrived in the tiniest, that it's about, like, you could fit in the palm of your hand. Just a tiny little package like that. Didn't know what it was, and then it turned out to be drawn pins. Ordered 4 months ago. Or longer. How long have we been doing this now?
4 months.
Oh.
Oh, also, before we end this little segment as well, thanks to everyone who's been voted for us in some awards that I didn't know we won.
right, yeah, the podcast
Should we make a
awards.
big deal about this or not?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
people can vote for us.
We'll
Because
all tweet about it afterwards and
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
the votes in.
it's one of these things where if we don't win, it's like, oh, well, you know, obviously other people are much bigger than ourselves. But if we win, it's like, this is a big deal. This is so
I
big.
don't know what it is.
The social media drive starts after we leave this studio.
What's the what are the awards?
I've no idea. Just
You
got
are-
awards and want to win it.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah.
You're in a category you want to win, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what category we're in.
there was
Podcasts.
Yeah, I hope that's it. Yeah, please get that right.
But thanks to everyone who's been voting for us, though.
Yes.
Cheers.
One time there was one of these really old school wrestling awards, and I was nominated for like best YouTube show or best like not wrestling content or whatever. And I went, oh, that'd be nice, and tweeted about it. And they ended up voting for best wrestling show that year. So maybe 2012 or 2013, a year that wasn't that great. So I ended up. These fans voted for Watch Me to be best TV show over Raw, SmackDown, and people are like, right, we're never doing this again. Thank you very much. I'm like, I'm sorry, and tell them to vote for me over Raw. But thank you. But yeah, definitely vote for us over. What podcast you listen to?
The Totally Football Show.
Awesome.
I've been listening
That's
to
definitely a podcast.
I'll listen. Jim Ross, Jericho, Austin.
I've been listening to a podcast recently called Wrestle Me, which is I can't remember what the other presenter's called, but it's Pete Donaldson on the Football Ramble. He's like a football pundit kind of guy from Hartlepool. Anyway, him and his mate are going through each WrestleMania, and he's never seen any of them, and his mate's seen all of them, and it introduced him into the mental world of wrestling. There's a really good bit about Marty Jannetty's weird Facebook status about his daughter. Anyway.
That's going to the Hall of Fame someday. Jesus. And I would listen to Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal podcast. So they better win above us.
Is that the guy who played Iago in Aladdin?
That's right.
Oh, my God. Okay. But yeah, vote
amongst
for
other
us.
things.
Vote for us instead.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Okay, let's look at the exciting highlights of Raw and SmackDown.
Monday Night Raw.
Breaking news. Nia Jax challenged Ronda. Let some do.
Why did they do it like that?
At the NBC upfronts, we all love it. Come on.
The upfronts, yes.
Yeah.
What the hell is... Yeah, all right. And, do you think you should wrestle the champion? Oh, maybe. And then Nia Jax happens to be there with her title at this plainclothes function. Oh, yes, you think you can wrestle me?
You can't do this.
The weird world of WWE where this is them in real life, not wrestling, and they're still doing the same walk into shot.
Apart from Charlotte, who was pissed.
Yeah, she got it.
What was that about?
So
She's just getting in between them. Woo! Look at me. Great.
This did not feel like a title challenge. This felt like one of them going...
Wait, no, it wasn't, was it? Because Nia challenged her?
Yeah. But then Ronda Rousey's response to it wasn't, yes, this will be a fight for the ages. It was the same response you get when someone says, should we do shots? I'm not sure. Oh, go on. Oh, all right. Woo! Awesome.
It would bloody force though, wouldn't it? No, I don't deserve it. There's people ahead of me in the queue. You don't really feel like that, Ronda.
You cost $1.5 million more than them. You're all right. All right, sure. So, yes, I'm very hyped.
Yeah, Nia's going to get flattened, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Unless...
Silly woman.
I don't know.
Yeah, great build. Great
I don't think
build.
what's going to happen, really. But yeah.
No, Roman Reigns' hot new gimmick of losing every week and then moaning about it afterwards went really well. The decision to make Jinder Mahal a good guy this week is an interesting turn by WWE.
I don't know what was going on.
Roman Reigns waiting 2 hours outside of a trainer's room just
bully.
for that second
What a
to
bully.
spear him through the cardboard wall.
Yeah, and then Jinder Mahal bravely, I'm in pain, but I've got to be the main event. Like, wow, what a good man Jinder Mahal is. There's people who've come to see me. 3 of them. And then, Roman Reigns salty, put him through a wall.
Crazy.
Which already established was amazing.
But
and then because of that, Mahal got replaced by Kevin Owens.
The ultimate
so that's
opportunist.
3 really good reasons to cheer for Jinder Mahal.
The rated KO. He's the new Edge. He is.
Yeah.
But
No, he is.
Stephanie McMahon putting Kevin Owens back in that match, even though Kevin Owens tried to kill her dad.
Oh, yeah.
Headbutted him between the eyes. Froggy splash.
Oh, yeah.
Just forgotten about that one. Silly woman.
And also, he is the new Edge, right? And let me tell you why. He wore a Rated R Superstar t-shirt once on a pre-show. Yeah. Of a pay-per-view.
Thanks, Jack.
It's all right. I just think.
Well, I'm convinced.
I just think Owens is the new Edge, and I think it's quite a good comparison. Not in terms of wrestling style, but in terms of opportunism.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Put on your word a day, Whoop. Seth Rollins defeated Kevin Owens in another strong, bump-filled, action, hot crowd match. That probably helped burn out the crowd again, but whatever. It was good, yay.
It was a good match.
It was a good match.
It was a Falcon Arrow on
That's
the
all you
apron.
can say.
Yeah,
innit?
really. Bobby Roode defeated Baron Corbin and No Way Jose, who I guess are still feuding. The Glorious DDT to Jose to qualify for Money in the Bank. I'm surprised No Way Jose didn't win this because, God, he was over here.
Yeah. Maybe it's because Jack Sexsmith was one of his dancers.
That was it. Next week, silence.
Well, us Brits love a bit of a laugh, don't we? Love a bit of an ironic laugh.
Something we can chant and sing along and have fun with. We love.
Yeah.
That's why Bobby Roode was still over.
Oh,
Pet, glorious.
Turn him heel. I hope at some point he does. But he's in the Money in the Bank ladder match, so you know.
It's just a filler role, isn't it?
Hope he doesn't
filler
win.
role.
Yeah, hope he doesn't win.
The B team.
Oh, I love
definitely
Brian. I
highlights.
love these
Okay.
lads. Yes, right. Yes.
This was comedy done right by WWE. The B team with the thing on there. And again, the amazing logic that worked for Kurt Angle. You've lost every single match. No, but we're the B team, so we're undefeated. I'm sorry. All right, you got me there, pal. Russell Breezango, who were previously in this role, but I guess are just there to make others look good. Oh, well. And yeah, crowd were into it. Yep, happy. And they're still undefeated.
They were elated after the match as well. They were so happy to have won.
Curtis Axel tried to shag him, didn't he?
Sasha Banks, Natalya, Ember Moon defeated the Riot Squad, which didn't make any sense because you figured the Riot Squad would be this well-oiled machine.
And Sasha said, or Bailey said, good luck to Sasha, or something.
Yes.
That was before Bailey's match, yeah. Sasha said good luck to
Oh, was
her.
that later on?
Yeah.
It's still confusing, isn't
Yeah, it is.
Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy defeated the Revival, who are dying a slow death.
But the B team were taking notes backstage, which I really like.
Don't do that. Everything the Revival do is underline it. So, and they died a slower death than Bobby Lashley in the backstage
I
interview.
cannot wait
for
for
the
ne-
died a slower
I
death than Bobby
cannot-
Lashley in the woods, tied to a train.
This is the first time ever I think I've been looking forward to Raw. Because the sisters are coming. Sammy's bringing the sisters.
Sami Zayn looked like a Warner Brothers villain. Whoa, I'm going to show you. Oh, it's got my hat on. He wants to be me. You're like, he was amazing in this segment.
He did wonders with. All I said on Graded was he did wonders with the material he was given because this could have died a death in anyone else's hands.
Bobby's.
Well, a lot of other people's hands. But Sami Zayn made it good. And then tipped his metaphorical fedora to Alexa Bliss on the way out. She came down and he goes, hello. And she goes,
Milady.
right, cool, cheers, go away.
He goes, I'll explain what vertigo is. Great. And then it's like, oh, yeah.
WWE really likes to respect the local culture of different things.
So, yeah, Sami Zayn was amazing in this. Bobby Lashley is not good at talking whatsoever. This is going to be a train wreck.
I can't wait, mate.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this, but I can wait for the inevitable singles match where Bobby Lashley turns him into dust.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad.
Crowd boos because, like, you're not fun.
Yeah.
I hope the sisters become Sammy's manager.
I hope the
Just
sisters...
he's doing, oh, hello there, and they're all stood like behind him. Like that.
Can't even see them because they're so big.
Are you imagining them to look like Bobby Lashley with long hair?
Yeah.
Bobby with lipstick.
The bullied Bobby, so there must be some size.
Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeated Finn Balor and Braun Strowman because that was a match. And then Kevin Owens defeated Bobby Lashley and Elias and Frog Splash because clearly Lashley was worried about his sister showing up on Raw. Wasn't in it completely. And that was it. Any thoughts
was
on
Raw.
an exciting... Not really. It kind of lagged. There's only 2 feuds on the show, but whatever. Doesn't matter because we've got exciting SmackDown to talk about now.
Drew McIntyre's big, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he got chucked across the ringside area by Braun Strowman and destroyed his own greatest Royal Rumble.
Was that meant to happen? I was unsure.
Was that meant to happen?
I was unsure.
So do you not see this? So when Strowman did his run around the ring thing, knocking people out the way, he did it to Drew. Drew went flying, which is scary because how big must Braun Strowman be? Because we've all stood next to Drew and he's massive. But Drew got knocked so far that his legs went over his head when he landed and it brushed gently the Greatest Royal Rumble trophy, which just immediately broke.
I didn't see that. It broke.
It just fell into...
It toppled into the barricade and just went...
It's like almost
I didn't even see that.
Almost as if it had been gimmicked beforehand to make it a bit more flimsy.
Well, like in Street Fighter 2 when you go through the crate or something to the side.
Yeah, it just crumbled really easily. Really
I hope it's just crappily made.
But they didn't show a replay of it or anything. So I think
If they don't show a replay, it was real. Yeah.
I think they were... Well, no, I don't know if
They
it was-
know if that's
I
from a
think-
video series.
I think it was them going like, we need a way to get rid of this trophy without pissing off Saudi Arabia. Let's just pretend that it broke. but actually break it on purpose.
So they've got rid of the belt as well, so they've got an out.
Yeah, it'll be next week.
Braun wasted his time.
Braun throwing Ziggler and just smashing the belt somehow. On SmackDown, New Day defeated The Bar, so one of them is going on to Money in the Bank.
Oh, they're bringing a tag team on in. Ooh.
Maybe not, please.
Surely it's got to be Kofi, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's a very big, manly match so far, isn't it? There's no real
It'd be
high
Kofi.
flyers in there, isn't there?
Plus, it's, yay, Kofi, he'll do something insane and maybe break his neck. So, Cien Almas made his debut against Jake Constantino.
Good British name, that.
Yeah, who the hell was this?
That doesn't sound like an American.
They dressed him in Under Armour. They didn't give him wrestling tights. He had Under Armour on.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, which exciting UK guys masquerade?
Yeah.
No one.
It could have been anyone, that.
Yeah.
He'll be watching this now, devastated.
Damn you.
Could have
I wonder
been-
the Eddie Ryan
Could
drove
have
off
been Eddie
you guys.
He'll come and do some MMA to win
It
here.
could have been Jimmy Havoc. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Just before, just on the topic of Jimmy Havoc,
Do you know Jimmy Havoc?
Do you know how
Progress, right? He
Progress.
jumped off the turnbuckles with no shoes on
Yeah.
and socks and landed on some thumbtacks with his bare feet.
Ooh.
What did he do that for?
Were they 17p from China?
Oh, but it just looked, it was one of the, I'm not too squeamish when it comes to wrestling, but I watched it, I was like, oh no, that's not on.
At North, it was Jack Jester and Chris Renfrew taking on
Clint. Sorry.
Yep, Clinton Drew. And yeah, there was a lot of blood. There was a lot of violence. And around me, people are going, oh, I'm not liking this.
Oh,
And
really?
just shouting at Clint, stop kicking out, you idiot. Just take the pin.
Saw Renfrew and Rise after he was in high spirits.
Oh, good.
Kayfabe. he was knackered.
Cave. Well, you're allowed to be drunk at a nightclub on a Saturday night.
Oh, I didn't mean he was drunk. I just meant he was jolly.
Oh, you said kayfabe, so I'm like, what are you trying to say?
Oh, I just meant he was just jolly, having just been through hell in a death match.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
And speaking of Hell and Chris Renfrew, check out Straight to Hell on Cultaholic's YouTube channel with Chris Renfrew.
Where he specifically mentions he hates seeing Jack at Rise. Is one of his
Yeah.
things.
And Bruce Hart. That's his first pick. Just hates Bruce Hart.
Why?
'Cause
What's
he's,
the
like,
habit?
he's an arsehole, apparently, Bruce. Hogs the spotlight. Being on top of the cage, one of Bret Hart's cage matches. Apparently Bruce is on the top
SummerSlam.
going, look at me.
Yeah, was he Canadian Stampede as well? I think was he only supposed to push or put Water over Steve
Something like
Austin
that,
or
yeah.
something? He grabs him, attacks him. So Steve Austin goes, "What the hell?" And then that, maybe getting that completely wrong. I apologize. Becky Lynch defeated Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. See, the women's matches this week, people like kind of into it, but
Becky
it's also
won.
really aware that there's at least Becky won this one, and I really enjoyed Sonya Deville's like NFL style theme. That's a good theme for
You
her.
see, I didn't notice it during the show, but she does that bit thing in the ring and all the lights go mental. And there's just some guy like over her right shoulder. It's just going like, it's hilarious.
And then Nakamura and AJ Styles finally had that really good match I've been hoping they'd have.
We're just moving up the ladder
Wait,
now.
Are you all right?
I can't believe that my mate James from school didn't get a mention there with the lights.
I forgot about him. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Your mate from James?
No, Nakamura.
Do you want to reshoot that?
You okay?
I'm all right.
How did you even?
Carry on. I'm all right.
Okay.
Oh.
Nakamura had a really good match.
That was a perfect opportunity to make noise there as well.
People listening, I just accidentally hit my finger on the table. Nakamura versus AJ
The slow
Styles.
decline of Giants, like, oh, just kill me. Nakamura Styles was amazing. Their fourth match. Finally had some great chemistry here with Nakamura on full-on Naka mode.
Best WWE AJ Nakamura match.
Oh, yeah, sorry, best WWE people
Yes.
find out. Yes, it was the
Lovely
new match.
action from Shinsuke. Shinsuke?
Shin to his
good old
mouth.
Shinsuke.
Shin Pal.
Pretending he got hit in the cock. It's very good acting. Nice build to the finish, as they would say in the smarky business.
Which we're clearly above talking like this.
But SmackDown was good, wasn't it? Good
Yes,
episode.
it flew over a lot easier than Raw because there was stuff going on, which is always good. Speaking of stuff going on, 205 Live had some UK guys on. Yay! So we should talk about it.
It's Tyler Bates' WWE theme tune.
That was like Lana's, that?
Not as good as Sledgehammer, is it? You
Yes.
could be in big dipper. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, I know that in my head all day.
Anyway,
Yes, Tyler Bates showed up, even though I thought he was part of the regular kind of
he's been
roster.
on
a regular
like
roster.
4. Yeah.
Yes.
Also, Kenny Williams, the Bollocks, as we
The
mentioned. The
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
What's his name?
the bollocks, Kenny
That's right. We
Williams.
should say it some more times.
Oh, right. And they were in a 4-way
They
against
were.
Kalisto and TJP.
Not much happened. We just watched out there, didn't we? Nothing much happened. As you were saying, it's a very hard match to get over in when there's so many people
This one's bop and this one's bang.
and so many
Didn't see that
spots.
one coming, did you? It's my Tyler Payne. That's quite good. That
I just
was
wanted to show you just do impressions of other wrestlers. It's like,
Well, just whenever,
quite good, mate.
whenever British Strong Style do a promo, in contrast to the American guys, like you've got Kyle O'Reilly mugging in the background, like, oh, what did you just say, dude? And then you got Pete Dunne going like, I'm going to put my foot in your mouth.
I'm from Dudley. Yes, the understated Tyler Bate won. But
Didn't see
yeah,
that one
there was nothing. There was nothing for Kenny Williams to get over here. His music was different. We look back, it is the wide shot there of a guest expecting, look, you guys know him, and people are like, we're other side of the country, different country, in fact.
One valiant
And
man
wait, one
stands
dude-
up.
Yeah, realizes no one else is cheering for Kenny. He's like,
I'd have cheered for Kenny Williams. He's a very handsome man. What a
Yeah.
baby face.
yeah, yes.
Anyway.
Good old blue eyes, as
He's a blue
Jack
eye.
said.
He's a blue eye.
Grizzled vet Jack.
It's just because when Pacini told us yesterday, sorry, when he was making that old wrestling documentary he made about training to be a wrestler,
Pinfall.
Pinfall, that was it. They told him off for saying heel and face. They said it's blue eye and villain.
Yeah,
That'll-
that's proper old school.
That'll confound the marks. If you say villain, they're not going to know what that means.
Confound them.
Well,
Confound the mark.
that's what the code words are originally for, isn't it?
Yeah,
But if you
in
say
the UK,
villain-
yeah.
If you say villain, that's just what they are. That's not a code.
Yeah, I like saying bad guy now or good guy because
Goody?
everyone knows heel and face. So if say he's a baddie, they go, no,
Let's
say
make up some-
face.
Make us some new ones. He's a plunger.
He's a bloody
and-
rapscallion.
Yeah.
He's a ne'er-do-weller.
Dirty diddler.
No, only one of them in this match. was, however.
Turn Roman Reigns, dirty diddler.
Oh my god.
Finally, they've turned Reigns diddler. Oh, we've been asking this for years. Like, he's so good as a diddler.
My name is Zach Gibson, Liverpool's #1 dirty diddler.
They call themselves the diddlers.
You can
Best
have a
diddlers in the
big
business.
Diddler. Diddler. Diddler.
Oh, right yourself.
Diddler. Diddler.
Okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, and then another match. Crowd went into it as you'd expect because there's 205 live, so it's that awkward between the dark match main event and SmackDown Live. And then what else? Yes, Cedric Alexander, Seth Lee teamed up with Flash Morgan Webster, who showed up in the exact same gear he has everywhere. So that was nice.
His helmet, what's
Be
its name?
warm, wouldn't it?
His helmet, his name.
Arabella. He calls the helmet Arabella.
Oh,
The bike helmet.
Sorry, my mind just went places there. Flash Morgan Webster's bed. One of
Hello
them.
there. Arabella.
Say hello. Arabella. Woof.
His bicycle helmet.
oh,
Oh,
Took on.
right.
Joseph Connors, James Drake, and Drew Gulak.
Yeah.
Very
Hilarious.
Connors has got a lovely sparkly jacket, as
Aye.
Ross was quick to point out yesterday.
They probably gave him when he got there.
Bit out of character for old Joseph Connors having like Lady Gaga spikes and glitter everywhere.
He's meant to be a dark, brooding character. I don't know what's going on.
He's missing half a pissing ear. Hey guys.
It should have been a picture of half his ear. Get it?
They did.
And they even mentioned on the graphics of the Crystal May
His
style
resume.
intro, the resume, like amazingly, James Drake got current Progress Tag Champion. Kenny Williams got former ICW Zero G Champion, and then Joseph Connors half an ear. He lost an ear versus hair match in Mexico.
Arguably the finest ever WCPW champion. He was a fantastic heel champion.
I think that's where he was
Fantastic
his best run
diddler
he's had
champion.
anyway.
He was a fantastic one. Once he turned Dirty Diddler.
He won the Diddler title at WCPW.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
And here we go from the mailbag. My favourite bit of the show. And again, I never look at these before they're read, so. Hey, Catchphrase King, Ross.
Twiddell, yeah.
He's typed comma in caps locks.
That's the joke. Because we can't say my old name because someone else has trademarked it.
Regal Ross.
Town Crier Ross. Oh, yeah, because that guy on Raw took it. Jack the Jobber, Party Boy Pachidi, Sam the Shredder driver, and Botchamania Guy, whichever of the three that are doing this podcast. I hope you all well. Enjoy the podcast each Friday. Keep up the great work on this channel. Thoroughly enjoy it. My question is, with Sunderland relegated to League One and Newcastle staying in the Premier League, which two WWE wrestlers would you compare the two teams to today? From Waleed, that's Wally with a D at the end. Oh, sorry, from Waleed. Yes.
Waleed.
Yes, Waleed. But never mind that. Ross, I think you may have an opinion or two on this.
Sunderland are former top tier talent that have dropped down 2 divisions. So, and Newcastle have gone the other way. So yeah, I don't know.
A chill took over
I know.
the Cultaholic Video Podcast.
So not a former world champion, but like in the main event scene, who's just dropped down and down. It could be anybody, couldn't it?
Finn Balor?
Yeah, Finn Balor. Nah, he hasn't dropped down far enough.
He's not doing much, is he?
Yeah.
A few Rollins went nowhere.
He was like a former world champion that's just like disappeared off the face of the earth.
Swagger.
Jack. It couldn't work out any better. Sunderland AFC or Jake Hager.
Yeah.
That's a perfect comparison. Whereas Newcastle are like on the ascension. After dropping down.
How dare you compare them to the Ascension?
Drop down and come back up.
Yeah, I'd say they're maybe Baron Corbin from having a rough. Are they going to look like they're actually getting a push this time?
Yeah, it's like they were there, and they've gone down, and they're back up. And
Yeah. Actually, that's definitely how I would compare Newcastle to if there's anybody else like 96. They're going to win! They're actually going to win! Ah! Bastard.
we're going to score one more than you. That was a Macam accent, that's Jesus Christ.
That was a Macam accent. It was even human. Oh, I see your point. Right. And Jack, who would you do?
Oh, it's just bollocks, isn't it? Just a bollocks question from Waleed.
Yes, it is. What's your response?
They're all bollocks questions.
Oh no, how dare you? He's right.
I don't know. I've just become apathetic about football since my team's been doing rubbish. But not the World Cup fever. I'd say Sunderland up. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? Sunderland Ellsworth and Newcastle Lesnar. There you go. There's your answer, Waleed, mate.
Oh, I like that.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Greetings, gentlemen. Thank you all for the great content you create. As I sat here watching old episodes of Robot Wars with a cold adult beverage and a Hot Pocket.
Oh, yeah, Hot Pocket.
Why do you brag about a Hot Pocket?
Hot
Get
Pocket.
against us. I figured I would ask you guys which house robot was your favourite and why. My personal favourite was Sir Killalot.
What?
He was the biggest house robot in terms of weight, at an original weight of 519 kilograms. Just got on Wikipedia for this. Then Series 8 happened, and Sir Killalot beefed up to a whopping 741 kilograms. He got on the gas. He had the rotating drill lance and the hydraulic cutting claws for weapons. He also looked intimidating and just plain awesome. Thank you for your time. Andrew Harrington from Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Oh,
Cheers,
he's
man.
even watching the UK stuff. He's not from there. That's very nice.
Cheers,
of you.
man.
Thanks, pal.
I've got a definite answer here.
Go on.
Dead Metal. Loved him. Thought he was an ingeniously designed house robot. He had the pincers, the saw, the combination, track them, saw them in a bit, and and he looked the coolest as well. The worst one was Matilda.
Yeah, Matilda's an arsehole.
But she's a good diddler then.
She's a great
She's a
diddler.
good diddler.
No, Sir Killalot was my favourite as well, because like when you're a child and it's a human tank, he's got tanks on the bottom, a tank on the bottom with a body on the top, and that's what I'm all about.
I think Sir Killalot was cool to begin with, but then he's just so OP compared to the other ones.
Yeah, he
it was like
he was OP.
He overshadowed the other ones. So I'm not a
did
fan of
OS
that.
them.
So I'm gonna go with Sergeant Bash.
Okay, fire.
Because the Flames
Yeah.
always cool, especially taking on forget his name, the one that had the carpet over it, so he got burned alive.
Dietor.
No,
It was Dietor the ladybird from Ireland.
You know a lot about Robot
Yeah.
Wars.
I used
You
to
had to be-
let's
yeah.
not get started. I
can
used
tell,
to
like-
love Robot Wars.
I remember Roadblock being world champ.
Oh, that was before I was like my
don't-
favorite robot.
I'm old
was,
even for Robot Wars.
my
A show that's
favourite
not on
one-
TV anymore.
Favorite one was Razor. Loved Razor. Out of the contestants, Chaos 2 was a good lad, but I didn't particularly didn't really identify with Chaos 2 that much. Razor was my boy. Hypnodisc as well. Oh, great.
Interesting. Sorry.
Dietor was the one you think
Dare
of.
you interrupt the Robot Wars?
Interesting tidbit about Robot Wars. Mick
All right.
Foley presented the American version.
God, he did.
Nothing like Craig Charles though.
Yes.
He just
Or Jeremy
shouted.
Clarkson
Oh, God.
did Series 1 and went, no.
Craig
Bit of
Charles,
yours.
underrated man.
Absolutely. It's going to be a murder.
On Robot Wars, bye-bye.
And Robot Wars,
I want
the
Zach
most
Gibson to do a
recent
Robot
series.
Wars promo.
That'd be fantastic,
that'd be good.
actually. Next time we see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gateshead were the winning team last time.
Were they?
Really?
Oh.
I believe so. Hope that's right.
Do you remember Firestorm from County Durham? Firestorm.
No. Did he win?
No, it came. It
That's
got
good,
got
man.
chucked out the arena by Chaos 2. Yeah,
Oh, I love him.
it was like bad.
Oh, good time Robot Wars.
Wheelie Big Cheese,
I remember we.
God, I remember that.
Behemoth.
Remember the one there was a team of them. It had this choreographed like dance thing and the remix and stuff like that to do it long to.
really?
But their robot had one of those poor centers of gravity, whether so it went slightly up a ramp like that. So it lasted about 3 seconds, but they still did their dance. But
They had a
obviously, it's like,
gimmick.
you did nothing.
They had a gimmick.
3 months work for now.
Plunderbird had a gimmick. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
I found out what the one that was that burned because of Sergeant Bard.
Shunt was the
Yeah.
house robot. No, Dietor was that one, man.
Was it actually?
It was actually Dietor. I'm gonna find it. I'm like,
Please,
carry on.
you
I'm
can
gonna
you do
Google
it? Because
yeah,
I'm not going to care about the next question. I found out it was actually Dietor. Because that's such a great image because it's like grinning as it's burning alive. You're like, yeah, kids TV. Dear Cultaholic, it's one person. My name is Gary, and I have a question. Do you think Steve Blackman should have been in the Nation of Domination?
No. Why is this being allowed on the podcast? Why? Well, Owen Hart
Oh,
was in it.
wait. After all, his last name was Blackman. Yeah, we got
No,
it. Jesus.
Owen Hart was in it. To be fair.
How? Thanks, Gary, from North Swindon. I chose.
Cheers, that's Dietor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
Face burning alive like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Fantastic.
Not in
I'm not gonna
focus
get
at
that
all.
now.
Yeah. So I think Steve Blackman should have been in the Nation Domination. Yeah. Absolutely.
Great. Cheers for that, Gary.
Hi, lads. Hi.
Why was that allowed on the podcast?
That's great. Actually. I watched WWE and TNA as a child. Oh, go screen. I wasn't read this question. I was quite a big fan, but eventually lost my love for wrestling. In 2016, I started to watch name redacted pro wrestling. That could be anybody. And was introduced to a completely new world of independent wrestling. I attended my first indie show later that year, Stacked in Newcastle, and saw Mighty Skull and Will Ospreay put on an incredible match,
What a show.
which really impressed me. Fast forward 2 years, I am a regular WWE viewer once again and follow promotions like New Japan and NXT. I know it's technically WWE, but you guys do. My question is, did you ever fall out of love with wrestling? And if so, then what made you a fan again? Thanks and keep up the great work. David Wallace Krapenschitz.
Sorry, David.
So
I'm really sorry, but-
going to.
I mean, you really have to...
I forgot to copy and paste his name on there, so I called him David Crappenshit.
What was his actual name?
I don't know. I forgot to
I
put it
don't
on.
know,
Was it
that's his
even
name.
David? Was it even David?
David Wallace
Crappenshit.
Was it even David?
I don't know.
He's put that really heartfelt message.
Like,
about...
yeah, I
Beautiful
copied and
message.
pasted the long question and forgot to put the name on. So I called him David
He's
Crap.
like, going,
He knows who
they're
he
reading
is.
my question. They're reading my... What? See, I work in a call center, so we get people through the post. That I would go, yeah, that's...
And we
I'm
had,
going to pronounce that as best
like,
I can.
We had like 80 questions to sift through this week, and so I've got to the end and thought, I can't be asked to go and look back. So
We had 80 questions
Yeah,
and you let
yeah.
that Steve Blackman one in.
it might not make the cut. It's up to
Yeah.
whoever
I
edits
hope
it.
it does. Like, anyway, we were on this. Yes, I think we dealt with this in a previous Cultaholic episode. What made you fall out of love with wrestling? But what brought you back to wrestling is another good one.
I don't think we dealt with it at all, have we? I mean,
What made you
We've
stop
said it
watching
on
wrestling?
stuff before.
Oh.
Just going to secondary school and it's not cool anymore, is it? That's
Yeah.
what made me stop watching.
Mine was like 06, 07. Had nobody to watch it with. Everyone else had grown out of it. So
Yeah.
I was like, I better do that as well.
Yeah, not being able to watch it because we lost Sky, so it wasn't interested in TV anymore. I wasn't watching Sunday Night Heat at 3 a.m. So
Part of
what brought you back?
Part of what brought me back was like I always sort of kept up with it, but not really. Like, and then found out about like I was never a big message boarder, but I found out about like Ring of Honor and that, and now there were these smarky message boards. Found out about the internet wrestling community essentially, and I was like, this looks like an impenetrable, weird thing. Like, what's going on here? So then started watching your videos. Genuinely, that kept me in touch with it, and then Punk got me back in properly.
Nice.
CM Punk, but yeah, it was you, Maffew. It was all you, and OSW review as well. Good lads, but Punk is the big thing, the catalyst.
Right.
Yeah.
I went to uni and was on a course with a big scouser, and that big scouser used to like watching wrestling.
Zach Gibson?
Zach Gibson I was at uni with, and Zach Gibson liked to take the piss out of wrestling and watch it live with a crate of beer and laugh at it and just enjoy it for what it is. So I joined in with him.
Is he the real
And it was like,
WTF Moments person? The real originator of WTF Moments?
no, it wasn't like nitpicking stuff like that. It was just like, wrestling, isn't it fun? Well, necking a whole crate of beer. So yeah, it was like 2012, 2013. I got back in when I was at uni. Royal Rumble when Sheamus won that one. 2012. That was the first pay-per-view I watched live again after getting back in.
And you stuck around after that?
Yeah.
Well,
wow,
Jericho
very
was
impressive.
involved.
And it was the podcast that got me back in, like Jim Ross and Jericho. I was like, oh, I remember those. Let's listen to what they're saying about the current product.
Yeah, because there's so many, the idea of wrestling is enough to keep them interested, at least, even if the current product isn't what they like. So, Rumble 07 was the first one I started watching.
What a
like,
rumble
back.
to watch back.
It's not that great because they try and
Michaels
go.
and Taker.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes or so with them is great. The build up to that, they keep on going. It's the most star-studded Rumble in history as Mike Knox makes his way out. But it's also the show with friggin' Cena Umaga.
Is it Mike Knox who OSW called 10:15? Because when he does that, one of his arms is slightly up.
I forget about that every time they do it, and when they do it, I always go, "What?" Oh, like, every time it's like hearing that joke for the first time.
10:15.
Completely vertical. Hi, lads, and Stone Cold Stiff Austin. I get it. I took some inspiration from last week's questions on GCSEs, but I'm currently in uni. I shouldn't be doing your GCSEs. And doing my first year studying music production. I was wondering if any of you lads went to university, and if so, what did you study? And if you could change what degree you did, would you? Regards from James or Jimbo, as my lecturers referred to me as. Well, that's not a good sign,
All right,
pal.
Jimbo.
Thanks, James. I'm not your lecturer.
I think you were loving that question last week.
What, the personal questions about school and that?
Like more like this.
I was,
I think.
yeah, true, I did. Yeah, true. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Come for our lives, stay for the wrestling.
Here are our bank account details. That's how deep we're gonna go.
Yeah. Did you
1 week.
Did you go? Yeah, you did go uni. What did you do?
Journalism
That's right.
at the University of Sunderland, because as I mentioned last week, I royally made a mess of my A levels.
The highest dropout in the country, University of Sunderland.
Does
Really?
it?
It did last.
It's,
last time I
it's an
checked.
honour. Even though the media bit's supposedly like the best outside of Oxford and Cambridge and UCL and all the big ones, it was a mess.
I thought you were going to be like, it wasn't that good. It was a mess.
It was a travesty.
But, I mean, journalism though, has that helped you with regards to?
I started writing and then got paid for it by name redacted, and then that's led to being here.
That was nice of them.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a lot. Yes, I did film and media studies at UCLan, University of Central Lancashire,
Oh,
in
really?
Preston,
Did you go there?
because
Is that
there's
why
already a
you-
Preston uni, so that's why it's the horribly big name.
Is that why you lived in Preston?
Yes, because I think some people have this happen to them. They go, "Oh, I want to see what life's like elsewhere. Screw the Northeast." Blah blah. Went to Preston. I never want to leave the Northeast ever again. And
Yeah, but the rest of the UK is not like Preston.
look, I've made my mistakes. I've learned from it. It's
See?
okay.
I went out with a girl from Preston.
I'm very sorry to hear
Yeah.
that. How much money did she steal from you? It's cool. Many of my friends have 6 fingers in one hand. Sorry. But yeah, no, I met many lovely people there that I'm still lifelong friends with. And it's all good. But God almighty, the Preston attitude is just... If Google miserable. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, UCLan was hit and miss. I did film media studies because I was under the impression that all I needed to do in life, according to my parents, was go to uni and then you can get any job you like. And then I quickly realised after uni that was absolutely not the case.
I wasted my time going to uni for 3 years because the journalism degrees are worth the paper they're written on and nothing more.
Yep.
It's actually the external qualification, which you had to pay £50 an exam for, and there's like 8 of them. That's what you need for journalism. So I wasted my time going to uni. But it was the life experiences. I learned a lot about being a human.
Yeah, if you need life experience, go to uni, I imagine. But if you're going to get years, unless you know exactly what career you're going into, like you're going to be a marine biologist or something, I recommend going and doing a course at some place. Like takes on work experience kids because they're way cheaper than proper adults and getting work experience that way. Though it's fun though because I used to say to people when it had a little thing with Taz, not really, but I was like, Taz, like people aren't qualified to use the terms in wrestling. I go, that's absolutely not a problem. I don't want to hear you ever criticize a film again I'll say any TV show is bad
Yeah.
unless you've done one essay on Battleship Potemkin, one essay on how German expressionism influenced Hollywood, and wrote about the cinematography in Citizen Kane.
Did you do those things?
Yes.
I see.
Multiple times. It's like, how dare you say film was bad? Film was good, blah, blah, blah. But then it doesn't really work, does it? So, but yeah, so would you say to help people go to uni?
It depends. It's horses for courses. I had a great time. I thought it was class.
I have a great time.
But it was probably useful as well for me because I did English literature and then write like Ross, and then got into writing and then led to this. So yeah, it worked for me. But I don't know. It's not like it's not the thing that it's portrayed as. It's not like
definitely agree with
it's
that.
not like the
It can be beneficial, but not probably in the ways you maybe. Don't watch a TV show about uni and be like,
But I met some horrible people though because I went to Durham and it was a lot of like assholes.
I had people going, "Oh, these are the happiest times of your life." Like, I
Oh, it
friggin'
was.
hope
Oh, I-
not.
Mine
Mine was.
unequivocally was
I had a
the
class-
best time of my life.
I had a class time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had a seven bedroom house in the middle of Sunderland with me pals. It was amazing.
I've had way better times since then.
No.
Oh, no.
Kidding me?
Uni
Oh,
was the
nah.
best.
There was
Uni
no
class.
pressure on then. It was
No.
fantastic.
No pressure.
Oh, it's really good.
Going out 3 or 4 times a week.
Going out loads.
Dissertation? No, not like that.
But that was the
I
thing.
You do.
I had
you
2
do.
jobs in the go when I was at uni, so maybe,
Oh,
maybe I
mate.
did it completely wrong way. So sorry if I'm like 50 years old, which I probably do, but
Oh, I had a good time.
I'm glad you guys did.
Yeah.
Sorry you didn't.
No, I did. I did, but it's like, this is it. I went, is it? Like, all right. Hey, lads, especially Jack XX. If you do 2 kisses, it looks weird, doesn't it? You're supposed to do 3 kisses. Is that not stuff? I recently watched The Greatest Showman, and I couldn't help but think that I'd like this more if I didn't know that the real P.T. Barnum killed 6 whales, cut a living monkey in half, holy Christ, stuck a fishtail to the other and called it a mermaid, and advertises 86-year-old slave as a 160-year-old voodoo witch who was also the nurse for George Washington. What the hell?
What an introduction.
I wasn't aware of any of this. But on the other hand, I could still watch something like House of Cards despite it having Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spitty.
Despite it having Kevin Spacey in it, without being reminded what he did.
Really?
Maybe it's just that in The Greatest Showman, they just lied to the audience by saying Barnum was some kind of saint. But what I'm wondering is, can any of you go back and watch a Chris Benoit or Jimmy Snuka, allegedly, match, for example, appreciate them as great matches, or can you not / refuse to sit through them because of the monstrous, insert Jack Stevie joke here, which was not appropriate at all, pal, but welcome,
what?
crimes.
Monstrous.
Monstrous, insert you, well, your cock.
Oh, because I mentioned one time about the concept of erections. Right, carry on. Yeah.
Yeah, monstrous. Well, would you think that word? You
I
think
thought you were
Jack
talking
cock.
about like the mermaids and
crimes,
the whales and that.
crimes that they committed. Oh, you like me and you come out of grey area. Thanks, Lucas Ward. It's actually a decent question there. Papa
Cheers,
McCock.
Lucas. I'm familiar with Lucas.
Familiar with you?
Yeah, McCoy, yeah.
Gets the same bus.
I can, and sometimes I have to for my job, watch like Benoit matches and stuff. But you can't ever forget it. Whenever I'm watching it, I'm like, not on this, really.
It's the entrance for me. The entrance where you first see him. I'm like, oh, he did that, didn't he?
You can't not think.
But then when the
what did Benoit do?
But then when the match is going on, I still get lost in it, me. So I sort of forget about it.
Yeah, I think it'd be insane to think you wouldn't think about the incident, but it's the complication. He was very, very good at what he did. But I completely understand if people do not want to watch a match because they feel incredibly uncomfortable, and I completely understand. I don't go out my way to see Benoit matches because it's
It is just where they crop up, and then it's just like, oh, he did
You're
that.
like,
didn't
hey
he?"
guys,
I
everybody
am-
good jokes.
I am pleased,
Just hanging around.
like not pleased, but relieved that he was never like my guy. Like I was never one of my like absolute favorites as a kid. But I always thought, oh, he's quite good. And then by the time he won and had his big glorious moment and stuff, I'd kind of stopped watching. So I didn't really have to.
Right.
I didn't really get on board the Benoit like hype train at the time. But for me, he was always just. I was a huge Jericho fan. He was just Jericho's the guy who hates Jericho.
Right.
Made him cry in the Crippler Crossfade. And then Jericho's banging on that big garage door, going, "Well, Christian won." Foley comes along with his little trike or whatever it was. Great times. Not the Benoit bit. The Foley's commissioner bit. Genius.
Yeah, the only good promo Benoit ever cut in his entire career was when he beat Orlando Jordan in 30 seconds to the US title, mercifully killing a horrible run. He went, wasn't that big a deal. Okay, to start, put the match in the corner, walks, makes himself a cup of coffee, comes back, it's like, yeah, pretty much the same time. It's like the only good promo he ever did. Awful on the mic, but again, just amazing in the ring. Thank you very much for these very amazing questions this week. Thank
It was
you.
intense.
Picking up the slack from the Lack of Pay-Per-View. Thank you very much. And if you have questions,
Mailbag@cultaholic.com.
and for God's sake, make sure to put your name on it, or we'll make up one.
Yeah, put like from such and such, not like so I have to copy and paste your name from your email address or something. That's probably what that happened there.
Yes.
So apologise to David Crappenshits.
In regards to the Cropper Chits family, who should win Money in the Bank? That's this week's big question.
The men's one, should I just read out the people and give a general noise?
Yeah.
Imagine if they won.
Make a general noise, please.
Bobby Roode versus Braun Strowman
Hey.
versus Finn Balor.
Hey.
Kevin Owens.
Hey.
He's my number one choice. Rusev.
Ah! Oh!
The Miz.
Crap and shit.
Yes! The Miz is my pick.
One of the New Day.
Yeah.
And Big Cass or Samoa Joe. Now, imagine if they won't, but if they choose Big E, Ross, you could have Owens, Rusev, and Big E all in one match.
It's like a wet dream for me, that. Not be able to watch for all the tears.
So your pick's the Miz.
I just want that thing that someone threw out on Twitter years ago.
was it?
Felt like years ago. Miz wins Money in the Bank. Brian gets the championship. Then that happens. And woo!
I don't think you need Money in the Bank for that, though.
You don't, but it would make it so much better, wouldn't it? For the Miz especially, being a dastardly diddler. Cashing in his Money in the Bank on Brian.
Being a dirty diddler.
The Miz doesn't need it. Brian doesn't need the championship, but those props will just make the moment so much more, whoosh, wouldn't it?
No.
No.
I think the Money in the Bank should be kept away from things that don't need it. It should benefit the things that have that natural heat. And yeah, but when they finally get around to doing Brian
Turning
Miz,
diddler on me.
yeah. So who do I think should win currently out of those?
Yeah.
Who needs it? Who could actually do something with it?
Do you want me to read them again?
That's just the first two.
Rude, Strowman, Balor, Owens, Rusev, Miz.
Rudy turns heel. And if
Okay.
they don't do that, then Rude's just going to coast.
I've got.
Sorry, turn diddler.
I've gone for Owens. Just think he'd be a hilarious Mr. Money in the Bank.
And the women?
The women's is currently, there's still a few to be decided, but at the minute we've got Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Emma Moon, Billie Kay or Lana. And that's it.
I can see Lana doing well with it.
Ooh.
If Lana and Rusev both win it.
Oh. That'd be delightful. I've got probably, Becky.
I like the look of the Iconics with it, me. I think do some funny things with that briefcase.
Becky will, Asuka will, come on now. Asuka will win the...
Don't do anything. Go on.
I thought you were... anyway, Asuka was...
Got diddler on the brain.
I think Asuka will win, and then Becky will cash in and turn diddler on Asuka. And then she'll be the SmackDown.
Well, there's
So,
just
yeah.
cut up like there's going to be a 30-minute edition of the Cultaholic thing on YouTube. Yes, Money Bank 5 weeks away.
It's nice
Lovely,
little gap,
isn't it?
yeah.
Nice little gap.
Yeah.
Like, go out, enjoy the sun.
Yeah.
First, we've got Dominion, which is going to be intense. The New Japan one. Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada back again. 2 out of 3 falls, 0 time limits. It's going to be about 2 hours long, that match. Yeah, I just got a bit tired at the end of it.
And yeah, I bet. And who else is on?
I don't know, I just care about that match. It's class.
Isn't Ray on that?
No, I don't think Ray's on there.
He's on one of them, isn't he?
Is
yeah,
he?
I thought it was Dominion who was on.
What? Right, I'm going to get
I'm
the
sorry,
card.
I'm not that big a
Before
New
we
Japan
go-
fan,
No,
so-
I'm going to get the card up. Here we go.
The Okada.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that's what you said.
Dominion, 6.9 in Osaka Joe Hall. It just means 9th of June. Matches. Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega. Tetsuya Naito versus Chris Jericho. LIJ versus the Young Bucks. And then some other match. Rey Mysterio versus to be announced. And Ospreay versus to be decided.
Oh, you announced his opponent. Oh, all right.
Yeah, they don't know who Mysterio's opponent is going to be. Maybe Liger. It was originally meant to be Liger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be show of the year. Not better than TakeOver New Orleans, but second show of the year.
Currently going for show of the year, right?
Oh, New Orleans, yeah. It was amazing.
What's your match of the year so far?
Probably Gargano and Ciampa. Yeah, I think so. What about you?
It's a heavy question to drop on
say,
somebody
yeah.
like that.
Let's do it at the half year mark. Let's do it at the end.
Yeah,
That'd
we'll
be
make
a great
we'll
idea. We'll have
make
like a list. Or
question of
something.
the
We love
week.
lists.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
Cool. Hip hop and happening.
Get the
Did-
outro
didn't
in,
like-
kids. Come on.
We've been the three diddlers.
No, we've not. No, we've categorically not been the three diddlers.
All right, three guys who look like diddlers. It's fine.
No.
That's even worse, that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm trying to think of.
I'd rather be a heel than look like a heel.
I don't have the fortune of that. So thank you very much for joining us here at the Cultaholic Video Podcast. This has been a shambles. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please send us your questions, your money, your Hall of Fame ideas, suggestion votes, your money. And please keep on following and subscribing a Cultaholic YouTube channel. This has been Ross.
You have been Maffew.
Oh,
Say your Twitter, Ross.
Oh, at Ross on Wrestling.
This has been Jack.
Jack the Jobber.
I'm Maffew, and I'm going to be all in. Goodbye.